By the way, a lot of families in attendance tonight. Among the families here to watch their children, of course, Matt Cheap, Michael and Sharon in the lower F section. Colby Kanitaki's parents, Ken and Keiko, are here. Davis Holt, his parents, Dan and Ann Holt, Ryan Leong, Raymond and Kathy. Jace Olson's parents here from California. Aloha to Jim and Gina. Joby Ramos, his parents, Mike and Christine, mother Cassandra Jones, and Brooke Sador from Alberta, Canada. Some snowbirds escaping cold. Aloha to grandparents Wayne and Ann Sador. And a good...
Not a bad place to go watch their grandson play some volleyball.
Absolutely. You're in Alberta, Canada in January. I'm only guessing that the ground is white and the temperatures are near freezing. Another great dig back there. This time by Sarkovic. Gives Hawaii another opportunity. Matt Cheap puts it up. And the set out of the back row comes Sarkovic and a great block. I tell you what, it was a good set, a good swing, but the Penn State wall was there again.
Penn State's blocking much better. They've got 5 blocks in the night, as many as they had in a 5-set match yesterday against the UCLA.
Back to serve it up is going to be Seifert. And a little bit of confusion that team between Cheap and Sarkovic, and we've seen that twice tonight.
3 aces on Hawaii so far. Not a good sign.
17-12 now. And the big freshman bangs it into the... You mentioned he looks like a tight end. Boy, does he ever. 6 feet 9 inches, and he's only a freshman.
His brother's a lineman for the Cincinnati Bengals. So he's maybe it's genetic. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
You gotta figure dad was an athlete. Probably mom too. Oh, another great one-arm dig by Cheap. Sarkovic off the high hands, and an opportunity for the Lions. Manifi Thomas. And then the block, and it's Eaton Thomas.
And Nefre coming up with a big block, but the hero of that rally, look at this dig by Matthew Cheap. One arm to keep it alive, pops it up, keeps it on his own side of the net, and there's an Nefre Thomas putting it down along with, is that J.P. Marks? Yes.
And so Hawaii back within 3. Olsen now on serve. And a block, but out, and point for the Nittany Lions. And so they're now up by 4.
Turco perfect at the net so far. 4 kills, no errors. He's hitting 800 as a middle attacker.
Taylor Hammond floats it over. Setting it up the back set to J.P. Marks. Knocks over Aaron Russell. The Lions manage to get it back over. Back set again to Marks, and this time he hammers it down. But wait a minute. He hit the antenna. Point Penn State. Initially they signaled ball in, but very quickly signaled that it hit the antenna. And now the Nittany Lions extend their advantage to 5. So this match, very similar to what we saw last night. Hawaii winning this first, dropping the second. But in the case last night, Hawaii had a good chance to win that second set. Now the Lions are starting to pull away up 6.
Hawaii's been aced 3 times. They've had an overpass, that's 4 points. They've had a hit into the antenna, that's 5 points. That's just about the deficit they're behind right now.
And look at that, a little ping-ponging off the Penn State players to keep that ball alive, and Sarkovic finishes it off. So point Hawaii, back within 5, 15 serving 20.
Sarkovic was the first player on the floor to hit double figures in kills.
He's got 10 in 15 swings, couple of errors. The leading kill leaders, Nick Turk, Tom Comfort, each with 5, also Aaron Russell. So 3 different players with 5 kills for the Nittany Lions. And the serve by Sador into the net, 21-15. Sador out and Efrae Thomas over, and then Matthew Cheap back in.
When you're down 15-20 like that, I think the serving sub has got to come in and actually serve a little tough there, try to get some points, get some aces. Hawaii's not got any aces tonight.
Good swing by Marks. And JP with an authoritative swing. And Marks now with 6 kills, make it 7. But also 3 errors in his 17 attempts, hitting .235. Hawaii hitting .264 in this set. They hit .300 in that first set where they proved victorious. Little touch at the net. Holt gets it back over. Another opportunity for Penn State. Off the block, off of the hands of Zarkovich, and out point Penn State. And they now lead at 22-16 here in set number 2.
Even though Hawaii's down by 6, very important for them to finish out set number 2 with a strong offensive push and with some really, hard focus on their passing.
Zarkovich just inside that far corner.
Well, he's having some kind of a night. A smallish outside, 6'4", probably weighs $170 maybe, but he's got some good leaping skills and great international experience. Seems to make the right choices about where he hits the ball every time.
And the block. And it's Davis Holt. And he teams up with Max Wexum. And Hawaii now back within 4. So the opportunity is still there if Hawaii can mount this little mini run.
Pretty big block up there. Wexum at 6'6", Davis Holt at 6'8".
And Zarkovich with another good serve. Set. Dug up. Hawaii with a chance. Olsen, and he is root, but they keep it alive. Can they get it over? No, they cannot. 4 hits, and that'll be a point. Penn State. Well, Hawaii had its opportunity to go on the attack. But now it's 23 serving 18. And the Lions 2 points away from tying it up. Joust at the net, and it's won by Aaron Russell.
A pass by Cheap, just a little bit too tight to the net. I think he's being aggressive because he knows he's got the 6'6" Wexon up front, the setter who can dump the ball over. But Penn State just too alert then for that dump shot.
And this one off of the hands of Siki Zarkovich. And Hawaii falls in the second set, but not all is lost as they head into the locker rooms for intermission. Tied at 1 set apiece. Same scenario as last night. Hawaii taking the first set, falling short in the second. We'll see what happens when they come back. We're going to take a break. We'll be joined by the tunnel crew when we come back. Right here, okay? So,
oh yeah, that's a good place to be, isn't it?
17 games have been played so far in this tournament. All 17 have been won by the team in that bench. Hey, we mentioned tomorrow afternoon, there's an autograph session after the match and free posters. This one right here, you can go up, get a poster, and all the Hawaii Warriors will be happy to autograph it. Maybe they can get your autograph too.
They don't want mine. They might want yours, but mine.
I doubt it. But anyway, that's tomorrow night. First things first, we got a little business to tend to tonight, Chris, and you got to figure that Charlie and the coaching staff reminded them about last night. It's like, let's not fall into that same pattern. That's what they need to break out of.
Yeah, well, last night they did a nice job of bouncing back. They actually
had a great third set.
They won the third set.
So far, Hawaii has been an odd set victor. They've won sets 1 and 3, and they won 1 again. Well, they didn't do well in set 5, though, last night, obviously. And the first serve ended net. Hawaii jumps up 1-0. JP Marks back to serve it up for the Warriors. Kick set blocked by Davis Holt. And 4 hits, or a lift is going to be called, and that's a point for Hawaii. And they go up very quickly out of the intermission 2-0.
Good energy in that transition there. Davis Holt got up quickly. Max Wexon gave him a nice set.
And Marks with a big jump serve, and it almost looked as though Aaron Russell wanted to get out of the way of it, and then at the last minute threw his hand up, got a piece of it. And that's a service ace, and Hawaii up 3-zip. You talked about some of the service errors. It's nice to see the service ace. Marks toss a little bit higher, and another near ace, but an opportunity. And here comes Brooks Sador into the lineup, and Sador finding that back corner, and very quickly, Mark Pavlik says, give me a timeout. We'll take it. Now Mark Pavlik and his coaching staff say, this is not what we wanted to see out of the locker room. His team falls down 4-zip, but all smiles, and they're certainly happy to be here. And as you mentioned, and we talked about, they don't play a lot of great competition once their conference season begins, so it's great for them to get this early test. Also nice to get out of the cold weather of Pennsylvania in January. Another good serve by Marks. Sador on the back row, keeps it alive, and a nice swing by Sarkovic. And Hawaii out to a 5-0 advantage as Charlie Wade kind of mixing things up a little bit.
Well, he continues to go deep into the bench, picks up Brooks Sador, the serving specialist. He's playing on the outside for Jace Olson now. Good dig by Sador right there, brings some energy, and Zarkovic just drills it cross court.
For your hardware Hawaii hard hit. And that one bounces over into the other side, and so the Penn State Nittany Lions get their first point of this third set. It'll be 1-5. As Hawaii are looking sharp here in the early goings of set number 3. Well, tomorrow we'll wrap things up, and then on Sunday afternoon, the Wahine basketball team back in action here at the Stan Sheriff Center, and Laura Beeman and her gang coming off a big win the other night. The UH men's basketball team playing tomorrow night at Long Beach State, a team picked to finish first in the conference.
They're playing some pretty good basketball right now. I know I saw Laura Beeman on the new thing. Come on out and support us.
Yeah, she kind of...
We can play. She called everybody out on it, didn't she?
Well, you know what? They deserve to see a little bit more fan support. They are playing well. JP Marks didn't hit it on the button, but location, location, location. And gets another kill, and Hawaii now 6-1 here in set number 3. But yeah, Laura Beeman and their Wahine.
Yeah, you know,
good-looking team.
JP Marks still learning that opposite position, playing out of that back right where he hits all 6 positions. He hits out of the back right, and then he hits the front left once, then he hits front right twice. Still learning that. Before he hit 6 times on the left pretty much, or 3 times on the left, and he hit out of the back row once in a while.
And a big booming swing right over the middle by Matt Seifert, the 6'9" freshman. And Seifert gets his 3rd kill on the night. And back to serve Aaron Russell. Russell had a good night last night, 12 kills and 29 swings against the Bruins of UCLA. Another overpass. And a good job of Hawaii to get the hands up there, slow that one down, and Marks, no slowing him down. And now Taylor Averill coming into the middle as Matthew Cheap goes out, and Hawaii puts the big block in there, and Taylor Averill has seen very limited action over last night. And
not sure why Nick West wasn't given another shot. He's 2 kills, 2 errors, but I don't think he's playing that badly, but it looks like Charlie Wade wants to pick up all of his middle blockers.
And there's Averill, ball comes right at him, gets a piece of it, but the ball falls down, and a point for Penn State. Yeah, Nick West came out of the intermission. He was going through warm-ups. There he is there. But wearing his long pants.
Didn't look like he was injured at all.
Well, but he's still got the long pants on, so not expecting to be running in there anytime soon, apparently. Sador trying to make the best of an awkward set. And that ball comes right back onto the Hawaii side of the court. And so you have a little bit of a lineup here that possibly hasn't spent as much time together, and so you're going to see some of these growing pains.
You're right, there could be some communication issues, especially in the passing pattern. Right now you've got Brooks Sador, JP Marks,